What's up everybody, this is Vanquish X and today we're bringing you guys another Injustice 2 breakdown, this time for Dr. Fate. The fan favourite Sorcerer is finally in Injustice 2 and NetherRealm have been doing a fantastic job of adding fan favourite characters to the game and just keeping fans out there happy by giving them a character they absolutely love the hell out of, so please keep that up because the last few characters that have been revealed were fan favourites or have been characters that have been asked to be in this game for so long, and Dr. Fate was no exception. And just like I did for Robin, Black Canary and Swamp Thing, God, that list's going to get long soon, isn't it? I'm going to be saying like 40 characters or some shit. I'm going to be talking about his costume, his little story element we got here, his moveset, his super move, and of course give you guys my overall opinions of him being added to the game. So firstly, let's jump into it and talk about his costume, which I love. I absolutely love this design. I just think it's great and it's everything Dr. Fate is known for, and it has been upgraded and modernised in the best way and kept the essence of the character in the design. Everyone's done a great job and I've just upgraded it in the perfect way. So let's talk about his helmet design, which I really like. You know, there's not much to mess up. Dr. Fate has always had that same helmet. Well, it said that one time in that weird half helmet, but his design has always stayed the same basically, so you can't really mess that up. And I love that it kind of looks like a Spartan helmet from 300, like the bottom half, the jaw side kind of looks like that, and I really like the gold colour they've used on it and the rest of his armour. It just really makes it shine and pop out on screen and stand out. Let's talk about the armour now and the kind of chest piece. I think it looks really cool, and it's just a brilliant way to update the yellow parts of his classic costume. I like that it looks like one piece even though it's disconnected on like the shoulder pads and all that stuff, but it looks kind of free flowing and kind of connected. I really like the touches of silver to, you know, break stuff up and make other things pop out. I really like the way it holds onto his cape, and another thing they've really done really well is the symbol in the middle of his chest, which is the Ankh symbol. Sorry if I'm saying that very wrong. It's an Egyptian hieroglyphic which is very known to be connected with Dr. Fate. It's kind of his logo really. I really like they've stuck it in there, kind of had it sticking out, embossed it, and you know, showed his connection to Egypt. I really like that they've incorporated that logo. It's a really nice way to do it. Now if we zoom out a bit, we can see some more of his costume, and we can see there's a bit of cloth or fabric between the chest armour and the belt here, and it kind of looks like something a pharaoh would wear, someone higher up, someone with power, just to show how great they are and how powerful they are and all that stuff. I quite like that, more Egyptian stuff. And then this connects to the big piece of the costume for me. The thing that really stands out is the scarab design belt, a little scarab there with the wings. I think it's really cool, and I think that attention to detail is amazing. It just looks great, more Egyptian connection, love that. It just really stands out, and I think that's my favourite part, the scarab. It's just really cool. And finally he has some knee-high armour boots, which again have that really cool gold colour in it, and I'm pretty sure with the gear you can change his helmet, his armour, what colour it is and all that kind of stuff. But overall I really like the costume and they've done a great job with this, and keep this up please, keep up the great design work because you're getting every character down brilliantly, because all the designs have been great and Dr. Fate just looks fantastic. So now I'm going to move on to the little story element we've got in this trailer, so I'm going to play that for you guys so you can get a feel for what's going on.
You once brought hope.
Now I bring justice.
Justice is blind, not heartless.
Now after listening to that, I have no idea what the story element is. There's like nothing there. There is nothing to show you what's going on in the world, in the story of the campaign or whatnot, but I'm just getting the feeling that Dr. Fate has just had enough of Superman's shit and is just showing up to beat the crap out of him and stop him. And I'm pretty sure in the story mode he might be one of the hero's last big hope to take him down, because you can just see him slap the shit out of him. He's just like a little child getting thrown around, and with Superman's one of his weaknesses being magic, pretty sure Dr. Fate's going to be a big player to take him down and just stop him once and for all again in this story. Now if we jump over to his moveset, which I really like, I love the way they've incorporated magic into it, obviously since it's Dr. Fate, but it's the way they've done it in like basic attacks, the way he moves and looks and just feels around the stage is all really cool. So let's talk about a basic attack here, which is just punches and kicks, but the way they've done it, it doesn't actually look like he touches his enemy at all. I think that's when a little blue light, the blue trail there you see when he's flinging punches and kicks comes into play, and that's obviously some magical energy that he uses to do the damage for him, which I think makes sense because he's probably that powerful and in tune with sorcery that he never has to hit a guy with a fist again. He can just get the magic in to do it himself. He has a simple charge move here where he just rams himself into his opponent. I think this will be a combo starter where he'll just knock into them, he'll knock them off balance, and then you can begin a combo. He also has other combo starters or combo finishers, whatever you want to call them, and these are in knock up or knockdown moves where he uses a sort of explosion looking magic to launch his opponent in the air or smack them onto the ground, and this will be combo starters again. We can knock them up and start a combo, or just end them trying to get a combo off you. If they move in, you can just smack them on the ground and cancel out whatever they were doing. Now here's a little forced kind of push move he has, which just hits his opponent in the legs with a kind of invisible energy. It's just a kind of air kind of move to knock them off balance and start a combo. It's just like he's using the force, like he's in Star Wars over there. Next up is projectile moves, where he can shoot projectiles out of his fingers, and he can use this at close range during combos like you can see here with Cyborg, where he just point blanks him in the face with one of them, or from long range, which might help you control how close your opponent can get and just control how the match moves. So I think that's really cool. Next up is a move that I really like, and that is lightning attack or electricity attack, whatever it is. And he has a move like this in the comics, so it's really cool to see them put it in here. And he can do this quickly or as a charged version. You see him hitting Superman with 3 little ones here, dealing a little bit of damage, and then he charges up and just shocks the absolute crap out of him, keeps him in the air, just, you know, going mental and shaking, getting electrocuted. And I really like that. I'm guessing it's going to destroy a lot of enemies. And the smaller ones, I think they're in the same attack because they have the similar colour to it and a similar sound, but I think that's going to absolutely destroy enemies, and it's just really cool looking. Now this move looks like it will take a little time to get used to and to time well. It looks like you have to time it perfectly to get it working the way you want to. It's like a giant ball of magical energy here, which you can throw at the enemy and change up what the hell's going on. You can put it behind them like he does with Superman, so when Superman gets up, he'll just headbutt it and take on the damage it can give. Or you can make your opponent back away from you, which he does here to Cyborg, where he launches it in the middle, and Cyborg obviously goes, oh crap, I know what that thing does, and flies away. So then Dr. Fate can decide what he's going to do, or just get him away so he can get his head around what's happening and just, you know, try and get the match back in his favour. Dr. Fate has a few pushbacks incorporated into his moveset. First up is just a simple charged pushback here, which he just charges up and launches them quite a bit away from him. He also incorporates the symbol of Ankh into a pushback. I'm sorry if I'm saying that really wrong. I have no idea how to pronounce it. If you do, leave that down below so I can get an idea of what the hell I'm saying. But he puts this in a kind of a meter burn pushback. He does a normal pushback here to Cyborg, and then he meter burns it because those little white lines come out, which I'm pretty sure mean it's a meter burn, and then the Ankh symbol comes out and smashes Cyborg away even more. I like that they mix that into his moveset, and he uses the symbol in other ways as well, such as a big smash attack where he launches Superman into the ground here, creates a massive Ankh symbol, and just straight up stabs him with it. It's quite cool to see it be used as a big old weapon there. That's really cool. He also has an air smash move here where he just hurls himself towards the ground, feet first into his opponent's face. It looks like that'll hurt like a pitch. And of course Dr. Fate has some movement skills or movement abilities in his moveset to help him move around the stage, and he does this with the use of teleports that allow him to just move around at a very fast pace. He can use it to move towards an opponent, to keep up attack up or just close the gap, and he can also use it to move away from an attack and just take less damage or none at all. I really like the teleport, and it works perfectly for him. It makes sense for him to use teleports because he's a big sorcerer, and you know, it's just really cool looking. He also has a move similar to Batman's Batarangs, you know, the little ones that float around his head and fly towards the enemy. While Dr. Fate uses miniature Ankh symbols that attach themselves to the enemies and hold them in place, and after a few seconds, and when you have to hit an active, they will explode and probably cause a bunch of damage to happen. Lastly, he has a power up move similar to Superman's. You know, when Superman powers up and his arm goes red, then it makes him deal a lot more damage. Well, Dr. Fate has a similar thing where he glows red, it allows him to do more damage, and it changes up how some of his moves work, such as the Ankh symbol pushback. It's just the normal pushback where an Ankh symbol comes out and launches them away from him, but then one pops out behind them and smacks them back out on the ground and pushes them forward. It probably bounces them around a bit, confuse them, and it can also affect his projectiles. They're red as well, and they can obviously deal more damage, and I think they're quicker and just a bit more hard hitting than the normal ones. And it's quite cool to think that you could just be fighting normally, pop this red glow and start beating the piss out of them and just knock down their armor. I really like that move. Now let's show off his super move.
Eat your face.
I like this super move, but it's not my favourite, and I think it's one of the worst ones in the game. It's kind of just tamer, it's not as out there and wacky and a bunch of interdimensional stuff that I was expecting. I thought you'd fling them through a bunch of other dimensions, show them a bunch of weird shit, freaking them out, just mess with them with his magical powers. So I think this is kind of tame. I was just expecting more, and I think they could have done more for this character. But anyway, I'm going to break this down for you guys in case you missed anything. So he starts this super move by powering up a spell, and it holds Superman in place to give him a few seconds to activate the symbol in his chest that sucks Superman Superman in a kind of different dimension when there's copies of Dr. Fate ready and waiting to do some damage to him, and they start by hitting him off walls, hitting him with the magic spheres from earlier, and the super move finishes with him getting hit with another Ankh symbol that launches him out of that dimension and just finishes him off. I do like it, but I just expected more. There's just so much more they could have done with this super move with Dr. Fate, with how powerful he is. But anyway, I like it. It works with the kind of magic he has going on in his moveset, but I just expected more. But anyway, overall, I really like the character. His costume looks great, his design is amazing, his moveset looks really cool, and just everything about it, the way they've incorporated his magical powers. I think it's going to be fun just to learn his moveset, how it all works, and just how to time things. I think he looks really cool, and he's finally in the game. People have been wanting him for ages. You know, he's not one of my favourite characters, but what I've seen him in, he's really cool, like animated movies, like Young Justice, he was cool in that, and just stuff I've seen him in, he's really cool, so I'm looking forward to playing him. I'm looking forward to playing anybody really, but he looks cool overall, and has done another great job here, and I'm going to leave this breakdown here, guys. If you like the video, rock out on that like button, leave a comment down below and tell me your thoughts on Dr. Fate. Do you like him, don't like him, what would you change, what do you like, do you like his moveset, his finish move or super move, and just everything about him. Leave that down below and I'll talk to you guys about him, and also don't forget to subscribe, as it does really help me out, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching and for your support. I love you guys, and stay tuned for the next video.